Hey there, and welcome to day 3 of our Breakthrough Fitness Break Free of Pain Challenge. And today I wanted to go over some stretches that you can do that are more accessible. I know there's a lot of stretches out there, but a lot of them use the ground or put your body in ways that may not be comfortable to you. And so hopefully this gives you some ideas and some creativity and also teach you how to stretch in a way that feels good for you. So the first stretch we're going to do is a hip flexor stretch. And there's two ways that I make this accessible. One is you're just going to stand and you're going to kind of split your stance. Now, if you're a little unstable, you can do this behind a chair. I'm going to demonstrate in front of the chair for now, but you can hold on to something or in between two chairs. And I want you to drop the heel of your back foot, bend the front foot, and then just shift your weight forward a little bit, and you should feel a stretch in the front of the hip, your hip flexor here. And again, you can do this balancing in between two chairs. If it hurts your knees to stand, this isn't the best chair to demonstrate because it has handles, but if you have a chair, like a folding chair that doesn't have handles, what you can do is kind of scoot to the end of the chair and just let your knee hang. And that will also open up the front of the hip. And then for all of the stretches today, we're going to stretch each body part about 30 seconds. So what I want you to do is let that leg hang or do the standing variation. And I want you to take 3 to 5 deep breaths. And with each breath, think about deepening the stretch. So breathe in, breathe out, and then let that body, and imagine the blood flowing, the oxygen flowing to that spot, and letting all the muscles around it in your quad relax, in your glute, even in your abs, and let that hip flexor go. One more deep breath in, deep breath out, let it go. And then the other side, again, you can sit on the edge of the chair, let your leg hang, or we're going to put the opposite foot forward, back foot back, plant it down, and then bring our hips and our upper body forward all at once, feeling the stretch in the front of the hip. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now I want you to take a few more breaths on your own. Think about letting the quad go, abs, and the hip flexor. Really listen to your body. Connect. Where is that tightness? And imagine the air flowing there. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right. Next up, we're going to stretch the glutes. One way to do this is on the floor with a pigeon stretch, but a lot of people have a hard time getting down to the floor. So if a pigeon on the floor feels good, if it doesn't, we're going to take this right ankle and cross it over your left knee. Now, if sitting like this is painful, that is totally okay too. Then you can just skip this and try and lean forward without crossing over. But if you can, in any capacity, bring up your right foot to your knee, grab your pant leg if you need to, and then sit up nice and tall, lean forward, stretch the glute. This should be in your right glute. And again, deep breaths. And as you take your deep breaths here, keep your spine long, but it's okay to reach further and further forward. And when you feel the stretch, I don't want you to feel it and then think, oh, okay, there it is, and then crank into it. I want you to breathe into the stretch. One more deep breath in, deep breath out, and switch legs. Sitting up nice and tall, and spine long, lean forward, deep breath in, deep breath out. And keep that air flowing. Relax into your glute. Try and let the tension out of your legs. And then let your body slowly lean forward. Use your own body weight to stretch. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, next up we have a hamstring stretch. Now you are more than welcome to do this standing, and if you are able to, stand nice and tall, keep your spine long, butt goes back, and we're gonna lean forward and feel the stretch in the hamstrings and breathe, forward fold. If standing and hanging down doesn't feel good for you, I want you to sit at the edge of your chair, sit up nice and tall, extend both your legs or one at a time and reach forward. Make sure if you're sitting down, you're keeping that toe pulled back towards you, and that'll help you feel the stretch in your hamstring, maybe even in your glute a little bit. So fold over one of your legs, keep the other one bent for a little bit more balance, or you can do both. I like to do one at a time if I'm sitting, just because I feel like I can get a deeper stretch if I do one at a time. You're more than welcome to just keep this a forward fold if you're able to stand and hang your head low. One more breath, and then go ahead and switch legs if you are doing one leg at a time. And as you fold over that leg, big breath in and big breath out, and relax into it. One more big breath in, big breath out. And slowly come back up, especially if your head's been below your hips. Really slowly come back up. Get your bearings about you. Then we're going to go into a seated twist. So we get a lot of tightness in our low back, abs, ribs, kind of throughout our torso. So there is a seated twist on the floor. If you're familiar, you can sit with your leg out, cross your leg over, reach. Again, too twisty for some people, especially if you're in a lot of pain, feeling really stiff. If that's you, I want you to sit up nice and tall in your chair. This one is better if you do have some handles. But what you're going to do is you're going to sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, you're going to twist from your whole torso and look over your right shoulder. Left hand comes to right knee, and then your right hand can just rest on the handle. You're not using this hand to pull. I want you to just go as far as your body can twist without tension, and then take some deep breaths in, deep breath out, and breathe into that twist. And you should be feeling that in your low back, throughout your rib cage. The serratus anterior is the muscle between your ribs that can get tight. This kind of twist helps loosen that up, as well as your obliques. One more big breath in, big breath out, and release back to center. And then we're going to go the other way. So big breath in, big breath out. Look over your left shoulder, right hand to left knee. Rest the left hand. Don't push with it. And now a couple more deep breaths, relaxing into that twist. The key to twisting without pain is staying long in your spine. We don't want you to be rounded and then twist. That's where you are going to get some really severe low back pain if you're already in pain. It's all about keeping space in the spine. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out and come back to center. All right, another exercise that I like to do to create kind of length in the spine and in your chest, or sorry, did I say exercise? I meant stretch. Is you're gonna scoot to the front half of your chair, take your hands, place them in your lower back, and then keeping your spine long, I want you to just slowly look up at the ceiling just until you start to feel a little stretch throughout your chest and your low back here. So you should be staying long. You don't need to do a big back bend, just nice and long and a semi back bend looking up, keeping your chin high, spine long. I don't want you up here just tilting. Keep the muscles elongated. And then I want you to take some deep breaths. And this opens up the shoulders. If you're having shoulder pain and this is too much, you can move your hands around to your sides so it's not so much of a stretch in the chest, but still staying nice and long. Also opens up these muscles on the front of the neck here that can get tight from looking down. One more deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, last stretch today is for our neck. And what I want you to do is just drop your chin to your chest, roll your ear to your shoulder, roll back, opposite ear to shoulder, and back forward. So I want you to get a full neck circle in. And I want you to keep the air moving here. And I want you to pretend that your neck is drawing bigger, or the top of your head is drawing bigger and bigger circles because your muscles in your neck are relaxing and elongating as you go around. We're going to go about 5 circles in one direction. And then you can reverse. Last one. And reverse. One more circle. And rest. All right, that was day 3. Our adapted stretches for hopefully people of all abilities, different pain levels. But what I like to assure you is that if you're experiencing pain or discomfort, usually there is a reason and there is a way to move your body in a way that feels good. We just have to find it. So if anything today didn't feel comfortable for you, let us know how we can help. We love to adapt for everyone's ability and situation, but hopefully these gave you some ideas and can help you break free of pain. And we look forward to seeing you on day 4 of our challenge.